back to the Magpie Channel TV. Happy Monday, the last full week of the transfer window that closes next week on the 1st of February. And it's only 1 PM on this Monday afternoon, and there is loads to get through as the week starts off how the last week ended, with all the transfer news, mainly outgoings. We've got loads to get into. Before we do, please do subscribe to the channel and give this video a like if you enjoy it. And actually, before we do get into the transfer news and everything that's titled in this video, shout out Adidas for these videos here. The brilliant work that they're doing with Newcastle United player, the Adidas athletes, Gordon, Miley, Joelinton. I've been sitting on these clips now for weeks wanting to share with you. I've been in talks with Adidas and we've got stuff in the pipeline. There'll be more stuff, hopefully, in the future working with Adidas. But brilliant to be able to see these and share these with you lot. I put them on our social media this morning. So if you don't follow at the Magpie Channel on Instagram, get it sorted out. And on X as well, at Magpie Channel _. And all the stuff on there has been on there all day. Some brilliant footage of Gordon on the checkouts, Joelinton on the return desk, and Miley delivering the goods as always. So that's been class to work with Adidas. And yeah, more things in the future with us, hopefully. And more things, obviously, with Newcastle as their deal starts this summer, as everyone's absolutely buzzing and can't wait for the new kit designs to come out and all that. So plenty more to come very soon on Adidas, the club, and obviously our players that are working with them. But just brilliant. You have to see the videos in full on our social medias. Check them out. Some quality acting, to be fair, by Gordon, Miley and Joelinton. Really enjoyed them. Absolute crease, and everyone else has loved them as well. So Adidas doing stuff properly, and it's only just the beginning. So this video was mainly about Miguel Almiron and the links to Saudi Arabia. And then as I go to hit record, another exclusive story from the Mail this time. I don't know how they get them all. Tell you what, Hope is getting all the exclusives here, isn't he? He's getting all the leaks, apparently, if you believe these articles. But in this one, he said last week that Wilson was off to Atletico Madrid. Well, Atletico Madrid wanted Wilson. They offered a loan. Newcastle rejected it. That's obviously, like I said at the time in the last video, would open up ears of other clubs. Now AC Milan are wanting to sign Callum Wilson, and they are prepared to do a permanent deal, which is what Newcastle would only be interested in. They're not interested in, obviously, any loans. Doesn't help anyone. Load of crap. Doesn't benefit us. Don't waste our time. Permanent packages, however, could be of interest to Newcastle United and are very much of interest to the striker himself. Wilson wants the move. Again, just like according to the Mail saying that he wanted to move to Madrid, he now fancies a move to Milan. He was there for the Champions League a few months ago, and now he wants to get back to the San Siro. Does Callum, according to the Mail. So, this is it then. Wilson could be going to Serie A. AC Milan do want to make a permanent deal for Wilson. The club don't want to sell Wilson this month. It came out yesterday by The Athletic that we are not interested in selling Wilson or Trippier this month, and we are adamant that we would keep a hold of them. And then obviously all the other conflicting reports are that they are going to get sold, they are going to move, they do want to get away, which again is what the Mail are saying today. So choose who you believe, Athletic, Mail, this one, that one, Twitter, whoever. Who knows really until it comes out from the club themselves. But Wilson is fancying a move. Newcastle will listen to offers, even though they said they want to keep them. Other reports are saying they would listen to permanent deals and they would give him a chance to leave. 31 years old, 18 months left on his contract for Callum Wilson. So that could be a thing that happens this window if we can get a replacement lined up. Now, the replacement we want in the summer for that striker, that forward, seems to be Benjamin Sesko. We have been tracking him for so long, but his release clause of £42 million does not come into play until the summer. So that one is going to be put on ice until then. So what do we do with Wilson? Who do we get? This is the big thing in January, a week or so left of the window, and you've got these teams coming in for your vice-captains, your Trippiers, your Wilsons. The club are probably thinking, on one hand, Darren Eales in particular, he said about financial fair play and he wasn't bloody joking, was he? Ever since Eales done that interview, everyone's up for sale, everyone's linked with a move, if you believe certain reports. So the issue you have there is maybe you do cash in on these aging stars, your 30-pluses and Wilsons and Trippiers. It's, do we have someone lined up? Can we get players lined up and in the club before the window does close next week? So that's probably the main issue. And that leads us on nicely to the Almiron story then. So, Ben Jacobs, who is obviously just a reporter, he's a journalist. Sometimes he gets things bang on, sometimes he seems to pluck things out of nowhere, is what people are saying. This one, he doesn't normally come out with something unless it's got some legs to it, so that's why people are believing it. You've had local journalists, some of them saying, I haven't heard much on Almiron. Others, like this one on the screen now as well, saying, yeah, Almiron's representatives have been in touch with Saudi Arabian clubs to try and get the player a move. And like I said, Ben Jacobs is saying that Al Kebab are trying to, Johan Kebab, are trying to get Miggy to Saudi. Interesting one, very interesting one. Splits opinions, this one. People, again, are in shock on social media that another one of Newcastle's starting players is linked with a move away in this January transfer window. Others are happy with it. Others, because listen, Miggy, he can be a scapegoat at times. He does get criticised a lot. I've criticised him a lot, and I think at times he really does wind me up. I cannot stand him at times, and I love him at times. He goes through these purple patches where he scores 10 goals in 11 games, and he doesn't out for a year. It's just so frustrating when he cannot use that right foot. He's missed sitters in this season as well. Listen, everyone talks about Trippier's mistakes defensively that have cost us games, but Almiron at the other end has wasted chances which could have put us in a better position as well. You think of Milan when he missed one on the line? My God, man. Sometimes when he can't, and I think, Almiron knows and we know, well, if you don't know, you're about to know, we will be replacing him next summer. We will be targeting a fresh starter on that right wing to be a new start. Whether, even if you're going to put Gordon on the right, Barnes on the left, Isak down the middle, or you're saying that new striker, or you're saying that new forward, Miggy will not be starting for Newcastle next season. In the summer, they will sign a replacement. He will be on the bench. So he knows that. The club knows that. We are looking for players. So maybe now it's the chance of being like, right, well, we'll cash in on him now then. Cash in on Miggy, get him sold, get that money in. Who knows what that money will be though? There's reports saying it's going to be 40, 50, 60 million, and there's others saying it's about 20 to 30 million. I would definitely slide with the latter. I think if we can get 20 odd million for Almiron, what we paid for him years ago, what did we pay? 24 was it? Record signing at the time. Mental. So if we can get that back for him, 20 odd million, I'd snap your hands off for that and I'd go in and get someone else. And with FFP, obviously the way it's laid out, the structures of the deal, it means we could really strengthen in that area and get someone with that killer instinct. I say it all the time, Kudos who went to West Ham, should have got him in the summer, but he's got the end product. Diaby who went to Villa, end product. Almiron, too inconsistent, too frustrating. Well, the mad thing is though, imagine in this window, there's a week to go, could we really be selling our right side, that famous right side that did so well for us last season, might get stick and whatnot, but that link up between Almiron and Trippier, the give and go was fantastic, it worked so well. However, a lot of people have mentioned we've been found out this season, and everyone knows that that's our tactic now. The overlap and run by Trippier, Almiron holds it up, or Miggy may go over, and the loop and ball from Bruno. So, there's these things where we get caught out, and you think, is it time to shift them on them? And that's what the reports are saying, Almiron is apparently open to the move as well, and he will be, because he'll be plenty of that, yeah? Off it in the Saudi sunset, plenty of that for him. Very good deal, the Paraguayan. And if he knows he's going to get dropped down the tune pecking order in the summer, why not get yourself away now and have a nice one, you know what I mean? So for me, I could see this one happening and I'd be pleased with it. I would. I think Almiron at times has been brilliant. I love his passion and his commitment and his desire. But at the end of the day, if we want to step up and go to that next level as a club, I think we need that next level right winger. I do think we need someone, previously the names I've just mentioned, who can produce more goals and more assists. So I could see that one developing. I could see that one happening. So we'll see if more does come out on the links from Almiron to Saudi Arabia anytime soon. Back to Kieran Trippier then. That was the main story breaking out before the weekend there. And Newcastle United have rejected both loan and permanent offers for Trippier from Bayern Munich. So originally, the same thing with the Wilson and Madrid stuff. It was, oh, well, they've only offered a loan, we don't want that. Now the reports are saying that Newcastle have indeed been offered an actual fee and a permanent structure deal for Trippier from the German giant. So we don't know what the fee was that's been offered on a permanent basis from the Bundesliga team, but I tell you what, it mustn't be that good, because I feel if they came in with a good offer, we would be very tempted. And if Trippier wants that fresh start, everyone's saying he wants to move, he wants to go to Germany, link with Harry and all the rest of it, we must be waiting for it, unless we know that Bayern can come in and offer a bit more. So again, with that one, you might see something progress on that. Or other reports are saying, adamant we're not going to lose Trippier this month, he's not for sale, all of that. So it honestly depends on who you're reading into, what you believe, but I'm just here putting out the news for you lot that apparently Newcastle did reject a permanent deal as well as a loan deal from Bayern Munich for Trippier. So we'll see if they come back with more money, if that could tempt us. Depends where the player's head's at. Is he trying to really manoeuvre the deal now and get that move to Germany? Wait and see. But there's lots of transfer news already on this Monday afternoon. It's barely the afternoon, it's just barely lunchtime. 1 PM, do you know what I mean? So we could be back later on in the day with developments. That's how quick these things can move, and that's what will happen throughout the next week or so that's left of the January transfer window. So stay tuned, subscribe to the Magpie Channel TV, drop your thoughts below, and I'll see you on the next one.